That was one of our best games ever, Crystal shouted, and the whole family laughed and agreed. Crystal's mother, Susan, responded, "You're just saying that because you made the winning shot at the buzzer." "Yeah, wasn't that great?" Crystal gleamed. It was a very proud moment for 16-year-old Crystal. She was the youngest daughter of Joseph and Susan Bradshaw, their pride and joy. Not that they loved her any more than their other three children, two boys and a girl, but just that Crystal was their last little girl still at home. She was their baby. She was a star player for the Cleveland High School Razorbacks basketball team. And finally, after losing for 2 straight years to their greatest rival, the Jersey Kings, the Razorbacks won the championship with a 3-point shot that Crystal made at the buzzer. It was a proud moment indeed. But just at the climax of all of the shouting and rejoicing, a deep pain swelled in the pit of Crystal's stomach. No, it was not the pain of an injury, but the pain of deep-seated anxiety. No matter how much she tried to ignore or forget it, she would always be haunted by the thoughts of a secret that she had been hiding from her parents for the last couple of years. But how could she tell them? Her family were Christians with strongly held beliefs. They attended worship every Sunday. Their family was well known within the church and the community. Gosh, her father even sat on the administrative board of deacons. Not only would they not understand, but her dad would probably throw a fit. But what should she do? Keep hiding? Keep pretending to be something that she is not just to please someone else? What was so wrong with just being who you are and loving yourself for who you are? All these questions continued to turn over again in her mind, day after day. How much more of this can I take? Crystal thought to herself. It seemed to have started about a couple of years ago when she began to notice a change in her body. At first, she was just like her brothers, so she thought. She could run like them, play the same games they played, and was just as tough as they were. She even thought, for the most part, that she even looked like one of them. But then her body began to change. You know, the kind of changes that makes girls different from boys. And she hated it. All of it. The more her body changed, the more she tried to mask her feminine appearance until she even began to dress like a boy. Her parents didn't seem to either notice or mind her behavior. They silently agreed among themselves that Crystal was just tomboyish. It was just a phase she was going through. It would pass. But more and more, they noticed that it wasn't some prepubescent phase. She seemed to be creating this kind of identity for herself. But everything will be okay. They thought if they would just ignore it, she'll grow out of it. And anyway, it's hard to believe that Crystal could be... Nah, that's not it. Well, it was a long night. Crystal had been on her cell phone locked in her room for most of the evening. Her mom thought that she would be either out celebrating or laughing it up with the family after the big game. But tonight was quiet, unusual, uneasy. I wonder who she's been talking to for so long, her mom thought. And why was she looking so serious all of a sudden? Oh well, she'll talk to me when she's ready. At about 10 that evening, there was a knock on Joseph and Susan's bedroom door. "Mom? Dad? Can we talk?" Crystal said. They welcomed her in and her dad said, "Honey, what's on your mind?" With her head down, her voice started to tremble. She said, "Mom, Dad, there's something that I've been needing to tell you for a long time. And I think the best way for me to tell you is to just come straight out and say it. Anyway, I think you've known about it too. Mom, Dad, I'm gay." Those words seemed to shatter the glass wall of innocence they held around her. Her mother broke down into uncontrollable sobs. She could see anger and disappointment on her father's face as he began to stutter, asking, "And when did this happen? Why are you doing this to us, Crystal?" It was at that moment that everything just blurred. There's no easy or quick answer or quick fix when we're faced with a life-changing dilemma like Crystal's and her parents. However, we should never abandon our faith, not even for our children. Prayerfully hold to the truth of God's Word and ask Him to give us wisdom on how to embrace the ones we love while rejecting ungodly and unhealthy lifestyles. And let us hold the confession of our hope without wavering, for He who promised is faithful.
You have been listening to Start Your Day, a daily devotional with Pastor Eric Lee. To see more of our resources, please visit us at dailyliving.org. Again, that's dailyliving.org. We will be glad to hear from you. God bless you and have a wonderful day.